Hello YouTubers, it is Super Bowl weekend. The Philadelphia Eagles are against the New England Patriots. And upon it being Super Bowl weekend, I decided to reflect upon my favorite football films. So here is going to be a personal ranking of my top 10 favorite football films. Honorable mentions include Jerry Maguire, All the Right Moves, The Last Boy Scout, Gridiron Gang, The Longest Yard and its comedy remake, as well as Invincible and The Little Giants. Starting off my list is Draft Day, directed by Ivan Reitman, and it stars Kevin Costner. He plays a character of Sonny Weaver Jr., and it is about the draft day of the NFL and football teams drafting picks to be on their team. I love it. It's a very in-depth, behind-the-scenes type of movie of how different organizations, different teams draft their players for the upcoming season. You also have roles of Frank Langella, Dennis Leary, Tom Welling, and Jennifer Gardner. It is a very well done movie and very in-depth and different. We always get to see football showing on the field, but we never really get to see the behind the scenes of it other than the coaching. So it's kind of cool seeing the whole management side of the NFL, and I love Kevin Costner in this movie. This is one of his better movies in recent memory, and Ivan Reitman does a fantastic job. He directed Ghostbusters and brings a little bit of the flavor of Dave to this film, but with the NFL. Next on my list is Friday Night Lights. Now, this is about the 1988 Odessa, Texas team, the Permian High Panthers. It's based on a true story. It's pretty much them going to state. A very inspirational movie that also shows you a very realistic approach of Texas football. Football is everything in the state of Texas, but I love the performances here. Billy Bob Thornton as a coach, and Peter Berg directing. Overall, it's a very realistic and gritty film, but I also like that it's about high school football and Texas football. Something very different. I always get to see different high schools, but something that was based on a true story, presented in a way that we've never really seen before. This isn't like your other movies where it's going to be like a fairy tale, basically. They do achieve goals, but everything is not perfect, and that's what's so perfect about this film, really. After that would be Varsity Blues. Yes, another Texas football movie. The star quarterback gets injured, the backup quarterback then becomes quarterback. James Vanderbeek's in it, John Voight as a coach. There's that famous scene with Ollie Lauder. Then you have Scott Conn. So many great actors, so many great moments. Varsity Blues is among one of my favorite films. Again, it's with high school, it's with varsity, but there's something about it that feels very authentic and very real. And again, it is among one of the better football movies out there. And again, Texas football. I just love Varsity Blues. It's like the ultimate end of the 90s, that cap off the 90s with football movies, with teen movies, and you get James Vanderbeek hot off the success of Dawson's Creek. After that would be this underrated film called The Program with James Caan, probably the most intense and realistic portrayal of college football I've seen on film, between steroid use, alcoholism, drug use, fooling around with other women, cheating, just everything like that. It is an intense movie. They even had to cut out a scene. You know what scene I'm talking about? It is crazy, but James Caan gives one of his best performances in this. I love him as the coach. The main quarterback's good. You also have Omar Epps, young Halle Berry, Kirsty Swanson. The Program is a very underrated movie. After that would be The Blind Side. I love this movie. It's a real story, a biopic of Michael Oher, and how this family took him in from his harsh circumstances and how he ended up going on to be a professional football player. I love this film. The main actor who plays Michael Oher is so underrated in this. I also love Sandra Bullock's performance in this. All around, it's a very deep, heartfelt moment, and the fact that it's a true story is just so inspiring and just like really crazy that, yeah, this guy came from harsh circumstances, but through fate, through luck, he found a family to love, a family to call his own, and he ended up becoming a great football player. It's such an inspiring film. And again, with The Blind Side, it shows you the power of his size and really everything happening for a reason. There's a purpose for everything. I love this. I love seeing this character go from harsh circumstances to playing football, and just to know that it's real, it's just inspiring. Anything is possible in this world, and The Blind Side shows that. After that would be Brian's Song. Now, I know this is a TV movie, but I'm going to call it as a regular movie. It's a movie, whether it's theatrical or film, but it has Billy D. Williams and James Caan It's about Brian Piccolo and Gary Sears, and yeah, it's about their relationship. They're on the same football team. It's about their friendship, and Brian Piccolo basically has to bow out because he has cancer. He's sick with cancer. We get to see Gary Sears deal with that. Billy D. Williams gives a terrific performance. James Caan as Brian Piccolo. Oh my god, this is one of the most saddest films I have seen, and a really, really great football film. And it just shows you not only their differences, but their similarities as well. And dealing with this illness. I just love Billy D. Williams and James Caan in this movie. And it shows you that no matter what background you come from, no matter who you are, we are all human, and there's something that connects us. And football is that type of sport that connects everybody from different worlds, that makes us united. Brian's Song is an underrated movie, and the fact that it was a true story is even more incredible. If you haven't got a chance to see it, check out Brian's Song. It is a sad film. After that is Remember the Titans. I love Remember the Titans, another Disney movie that's based on a true story with some embellishments, but pretty much it involves two segregated schools, a white and black school, coming together in the first desegregated football team. So white and black people playing together. And it's really about them overcoming their differences. You also have Denzel Washington as the coach. He brings a level of gravitas to this. And is just a seasoned actor at this point. He's brilliant as the coach. I love all the actors. You get a young Ryan Gosling in there as well. Remember the Titans is such a heartfelt movie, and it's really made up of what makes sports movies so great, what makes the sport of football so great. And again, what unites us. I love Remember the Titans. Despite some of its historical accuracies, I just love it. As a movie, it's a fantastic movie that has heart, like so many of these other sports films. Go check out Remember the Titans, the Mighty Mighty Titans. After that is We Are Marshall, based on a true story. It's about the plane crash that killed the football team of Marshall University. And this is a true story. And the movie conveys that very well. You get to see the plane crash. You get to see what happens to this town. This town is devastated and just decimated after losing their football team. And it's really a story about rebuilding and moving on. You get Matthew McConaughey as a coach with Matthew Fox. Mick G directed this. You can't even tell it's from the guy who did Charlie's Angels or Terminator Salvation. This is a very heavy drama and very well done. And it's an uplifting tale of this town coming together and rebuilding what was lost through their football team. They Are Marshall. After that would be Any Given Sunday. I love this Oliver Stone directed film. Any Given Sunday. Al Pacino, Cameron Diaz, James Woods, Dennis Quaid. Oh my god. Jamie Foxx, LL Cool J. I mean, the list just goes on. There's a lot of actors in this, and it's great seeing Al Pacino play this football coach of a pro team. Dennis Quaid is a quarterback. He gets injured. He's older, so they basically have to bench him for the season, and Jamie Foxx is a bench warmer. He has to come out, rise to the occasion, and he does have some skill. Also, the former owner died, and his daughter takes it over, played by Cameron Diaz, so we get to see a lot more, kind of like Draft Day, the behind the scenes of the football team and on the field. I love Any Given Sunday. It's about pro football, but just Any Given Sunday is such one of those cool movies. It's very different, yet very much a football sports film. And it's great getting an actor like Al Pacino to play this role of the coach. Definitely one of the best football movies. My favorite football film has to be Rudy, about Rudy Rudiger. He wanted to play for Notre Dame, the Fighting Irish. He didn't make the football team. He couldn't get into their academics, so through determination, he finds ways to get into Notre Dame and then ends up becoming a tackling dummy for the football team. He's determined to play, and he can be a football player, even if it's just for one day. And that's what it's about. It's about the one time he is on the field as a football player, as part of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. It's a true story, and he was the first player to be carried out on field. Sean Astin gives such a terrific performance. You have a younger Jon Favreau in there. This movie is just inspiring, and again, like so many other football films, a true story. No matter what they did with the historical facts, embellishments, it is an inspiring story, and it really is a tale of never giving up on your dreams, but it also shows you the positive effects and what unites us with sports. And it is such an amazing football film. Even if it's not just about football like the other films on this list, it's his dreams to aspire to be on the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And there's just something about that that's just the American dream incarnate. You can be anything if you work hard and put your mind to it. Anyway, this was just my brief list of my top 10 favorite football films. If I didn't mention a film in this list, feel free. Let me know some of your favorite football films in the comments below. If you like this video, click the like button and subscribe for more videos. I hope everyone out there has an awesome Super Bowl. I'm going to be looking forward to the Mission Impossible Fallout trailer.